Hey, what's up? How's it going? So, here we are checking out the various things, and I just want to say it's been a crazy week as far as what's going on in Web3, everything that's going on just in general online with crypto, the markets, just an interesting week. But I just wanted to do a quick little catch up and see how things are going. Even here in Jamaica, things are getting pretty interesting as far as what's going on within Web3, different conversations that are coming up. Earlier in the week, I think, actually, no, it was last week, as a matter of fact, how I closed out the week. It was, unfortunately, two of my uncles passed within 24 hours. But locally, we had here a memorial service for one of them. And there we're having a conversation with one of my 16-year-old cousins. And that led to a conversation about crypto, which is really weird to have at a memorial service. But you might have saw that tweet that went out. And as a result of that, I was like, okay, here's a 16-year-old guy on the island. He's speaking about Bitcoin, Tether, and had some misconceptions about NFTs and what's going on here in crypto and Web3. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to this guy. We're going to set up something. Starbucks just opened down the road. And just like the States, people just go there, they hang out, they have internet, what have you. So I was like, this was a great opportunity to just do a hangout. So I don't know if you saw a message that I had sent out saying I'm going to do a local crypto just hangout, just speaking about Web3, different things that's happening here on the island of Jamaica. Now, we have people representing Negril, of course, Carib Down, those guys are over there. We have the tech scene, which is in Kingston, which is sort of the southern middle part of the island. But then where I'm at, it's the northern center of the island, and there's nothing really bridging those two worlds. So rather than looking for it, I spoke to various guys, Purple Horizon and so forth, just speaking about what can we do to get things rolling, because these things happen up. There's pop-ups in Miami all over the place. Well, rather than waiting for somebody to start it, why not just start it myself and just go hang out at Starbucks, talk about crypto, and see what it goes, right? We call it the little crypto coffee club. We're going to go there and speak about various things. But as far as what's going on in Web3, I mean, you probably have looked at the prices, right? I mean, everything is going off. That just sparks so many conversations. People are interested in this thing as if the only benefit that is in this space is the value of things going up. But it's really interesting because regardless of the price or not, there have been people that have gone right through this bull market, the bear market, the most down times when they said everything is dead. People that have been through multiple cycles, and they keep showing up every single day. And it's those people that are the best sources for information. Those are the people that I've connected with during these times, and they have stayed sure and steady right through, regardless of where prices are. So it's interesting now that all the conversations start to pick up, and everyone's DMing you, and the timeline is busy as ever. It seems like there's mergers, acquisitions, Coinbase is reporting their earnings, all sorts of things are just all over the place, right? So it's kind of hard to miss these conversations within the space. But of course, yesterday I was doing a whole bunch of different things. I decided to unplug a little bit and get some work done. Of course, I still have some family here on the island, connecting with them. So I really want to condense down and knock out as much work, really focus as much as possible. So I come offline, and then I come back on at the night, and there's so many notifications, so many messages, and it was just crazy. I was like, I can't even address all this. I'll be tweeting all night. So let me just do a live stream, kind of cover everything, just do a quick little catch up. Of course, going to turn some of this information, content and such into the podcast, which I'm going to be releasing, of course. But most importantly, I just want to give a couple updates and let you know what's going on here. First and foremost, I think you noticed that I changed my profile picture on X. If not, well, now you know, right? One of the biggest things that I've on social media, I just don't change photos. I don't really take that many photos. And when we came into Web3 with these NFTs and so forth, once I had my forever PFP, if you want to call it whatever, I rarely changed it. And those of you that know, JTunes made this amazing picture, which I've been using for, I don't know, like the last 2 years. He's an artist. He has various things, just all sorts. To start off as a tattoo artist, he does any kind of style. He does NFTs. He does real physical drawings, decals on vehicles. You name it, the guy can do it. Long story short, we struck up a friendship in Web3. He created this amazing art for me, and then that was what I just stuck with, and I never changed it. Well, for the first time in about 2 years, I changed my picture. You might be wondering, well, why is that? So officially have to rebrand everything and update on the profile and so forth. But that is actually Kitty. Kitty is the mascot, the main character, if you will, for Kitty Inu. The DAO that they have, Nineverse, is the main company that creates all these different things, and that is a collective. That is their first PFP, if you will, their first character project, and now it's cool that I get to not only witness what's going on and being built. I've mentioned them quite a few times on the podcast. Just cool things that they were building from the start, without having to do what like a lot of the traditional projects were doing, was basically coming up with an idea, half baked, raise a whole bunch of money, and then hopefully they could deliver on those things. Well, they did things very different, and I mentioned them probably at least 6 times on the podcast on how built out the game. They had a community that was going strong, had the DAO in place, and had all of these different things. They were rewarding members, they were interacting, and they just kept building. And I think the first time I mentioned it was probably within like the first 3-4 months of when I started podcasting. And that was because we were playing the game in various Discords as their game night, if you will. We were playing the racing game, which was just really fun, really great. And over the time, I had the opportunity to meet various people in DAO that were playing the game, that were building it. Of course, Anna, who is the CEO, she builds she started the company and so forth. A lot of times we came cross paths, the NFT Go space, spaces with Evil Plan. So constantly going through and meeting and just really getting a good feel of the project and what have you. So when they had this mint, the original one, of course I had to pick it up. I loved it, and I like what they're doing, what they're building, and so forth. And of course, that was just one of the things I had in my wallet, and I was like, cool, collect that. Didn't think much of it. Covered it a few more times in the podcast, and well, as you can see, changed to what you can now see is Kitty as my profile, right? Why is that? Official announcement is coming up, what have you. We have to do the release, and what I'll be doing is actually I'll be helping to build a community, right? So I'll be a part of the community. I'll be there. All the announcements and everything going to be updated is going to be on the profile and so forth. All that's coming. But hey, you're watching the live stream. You're talking to me. You're following this stuff. You get a little preview of what's coming and all the official stuff. So great things happen to people that just put their head down, they build, they interact, they do great things. And, you know, I can speak for even myself, how this even came about. It was just by putting out content, just showing up, regardless of if people are flooding to this as far as, you know, the mainstream media is all excited about coming into the space and covering all the stuff regardless. No, people are building some amazing things. They always have. All the true builders, all the people that have been connecting, really building those connections and friendships in this space, and then working on their craft is whatever they're building. The technology has moved so far within the last, I don't know, 6 months, but compared to the bull market, it's like looking back at the Stone Age. So some really exciting things are coming. So regardless of where the prices are, everyone's all excited now because they made a few dollars. Cool. I mean, that's great. Everyone loves that. We had bills, we had things to pay for. But most importantly, just knowing that we have some connections, we can build out these things, and it's not necessarily just about, oh, it's green days on the chart, right? Well, charts go up and down. So let's say everything goes in the red tomorrow. Does that mean you're not going to be excited about this technology, what's being happening, or what's being built here, what these various communities are putting together in these teams? Like, well, if that's the case, then you have a problem, because guaranteed charts are going to go up and down. Prices fluctuate. I mean, this is a very volatile market, and that's not going to change anytime soon. So if your excitement and your enthusiasm, your attention to the space is all tied to that, well, then there's going to be a little bit of a problem. But anywho, needless to say, some great things are going on. As you can see, just doing a quick little catch up. Anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, what's going on? I would love to connect with various people as usual, have podcast episodes to edit and put out. And as you can see, it's just exciting times. It really is. And a lot is happening, and I can just encourage you that even if you don't have like this massive team, you have an idea, you're excited about the space, just keep exploring, right? I know it's frustrating at times. Every single one of us, whether you are on the creative side of things, you're a dev, you're a coder, you have a company within the space, and you're trying to explain it in a way, and it's just not coming across. Well, just know that if you truly connect with people, you can help to fill in some of those gaps, because some of the smartest, brightest people that I know within this space are just not very good at communicating what they're building. So then you have some people that are the greatest talkers. They can fill up any kind of space, any room, and those big personalities aren't really doing anything of substance, right? So neither extreme is great, because it's not going to bridge the gap between the needs that are being filled, the problems that are being solved with this technology, and so forth. So it's great when these two can come together, they can complement each other, and rather than getting on the microphone and just spewing random hot takes just for the sake of growing an account and likes and engagement, maybe get some ad dollars, which is cool, whatever, that's your jam. I'm not knocking it. Everybody has to put food on the table, right? But if you're in Web3 and you're actually building out cool things, as usual, like, that's the stuff that I like to highlight. That's the stuff that I like to speak about. Those are the things that are all on my timeline. And believe it or not, like, a lot of people are saying their timeline is just wonky and all sorts of crazy stuff. And I truly believe it's because you're just following the wrong people. You're following the wrong things. If you follow people that are actually building things out, follow some of the stories that I like to speak about and so forth, and how they're engaging. And, when I speak about this stuff, it's genuinely because I'm interested in it. I see what they're building, and it has nothing to do with whether or not I own it or whether or not I have anything invested into it, because as these things that I speak about, the content that I build and so forth, it's genuine interest. Like, this is not like paid promotional information, like, hey, put this out here because there's something to make on the back end. A lot of people that did that leading up to the NFT golden days, if you will, where are they now? They're doing various things in travel and lifestyle branding and so forth, because they can't show their face ever again in Web3. So the people that are here, such as yourself, that are still interested in the stuff, seeing value in it, it's just really cool. So I highly recommend that if you have any questions, you want to connect, feel free to shoot me a message, shoot me an email. I keep putting out this stuff, but great things are happening. Just really, really exciting times. And if I was supposed to tweet about all this stuff, I mean, I would put out threads and threads and threads and threads and threads, but I just figured it's just cool. Let me just hop on here really quick, catch up with everyone, give a little update as to what's going on, things that I'm finding interesting. I mean, it's kind of hard to avoid the whole Yuga and Moonbirds and Proof and all that stuff. I mean, that's filling up the news feed. But rather than the hype cycle of saying, hey, this huge story, and throwing no opinions in it and so forth, why not click some of those stories, actually go into the article and read some of the details as to what went down? And that's where I think is sort of missing within the space. A lot of people like to just fill up a room with opinions, but, I think it's doing people a disservice if you don't actually explain what's going on or shine light other than bag go up, bag go down, FUD a founder, FUD a team, or whatever it might be, and, explain exactly what's going on here. I think that's really cool stuff. So again, I just encourage you, explore the space, connect with people, and So as far as what's going up now, as I said, I have some editing. I have to make over this profile, if you will. I have to do various things. So you're going to see a lot of changes that's coming on the profile. I'm going to work on the things that I've been speaking about as far as with the podcast, and of course now community building, and just really getting into the role as, not just a brand ambassador, but someone who is just connecting, having fun in the space, and just representing the space to the best of my ability. Of course, NFT NYC is coming up, so anyone that will be there, I will be there. I will actually be speaking, and it will be very exciting. That too, I have to get out the little graphic that they sent. So if you will be in New York, April 2nd? Well, the speakers come in April 2nd. April 3rd through 5th, I will be there. If you will be there, feel free to shoot me a DM, let me know what's going on, or just tag me in something, and we can connect while we're there. I'll be there the entire time. I'll be walking around. I'll be hanging out, and it doesn't matter. Even if you're like the most introverted person that doesn't want to speak or introduce yourself to anyone, just trust me, I'll speak to you. Believe it or not, I say it on the podcast all the time. A lot of people probably don't believe it, because I tend to be a very talkative person, a friendly person, whatever it is, but I'm an extreme introvert, believe it or not. So like after NFT NYC, I guarantee you I am going to need to lock myself away and charge up the batteries, even though I have a whole bunch of travel and trips coming after that. So I don't care how shy you think you are, how introverted you are, how awkward it might be, shoot me a DM. I guarantee you I'm going to make you feel comfortable. I mean, as long as you're not like trying to like, you know, be sleazy or like weird with me or something, you know, just be a normal person, not trying to kidnap me or put me in a duffel bag, then yeah. We're going to have a good, comfortable conversation. I'm not going to make you feel like you are, you know, a fish out of water just because you might be a little socially awkward. That's cool. I think that's one of the beautiful things about Web3. Every personality is here. We're all different. That's one of the things that gravitates us to these generative projects, right? We can pick out traits that really interest us, that we really like. And even in traits, right? When I picked out this kitty, why it's my profile picture, it's not because it's the rarest one. It's not because it is, you know, the most valuable one on the market. I don't know. It's valuable to me because I like the traits. I really like the colors that's on it. I wanted a nice, friendly one. I like the material that the onesie is made out of. The colors in the background. I like, you know, I'm Jamaican. I like colors. I like colors that kind of pop and contrast each other. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's why I picked that out. Why am I mentioning this? It's because, again, each of us, different personalities. We have something for each of us that's out here in Web3. Find your people, and I guarantee you, come meet me, NFT NYC. I'll be there through this. And yeah, we can find something to connect about and shoot the breeze. Maybe we get lunch while we're there or something. And yeah, that is a lot. That is just the rundown. And again, that was like my stream/thread, right? Saves me a lot of typing. I'll probably still end up repurposing some of this and doing some cool creative stuff with it. But yeah, I will see you guys later in these Web3 streets.